Alright, everybody, welcome back to some more Pixelmon Adventures. It is I, Xilestar, and today it is very quiet on my end. There you go. Okay, so it's just because my volume was down. Anyway, so yeah, so pretty much nothing really new to pretty much say at the very beginning. Unless it wasn't said last time because either it wasn't recorded or something else happened or something else along the lines kind of thing happened. We have actually finished Pokemon Crystal, which means that there's only one more series now that requires, well, that technically requires the old Yeti Nano microphone, which is just the Oblivion modded playthrough, which is awesome because that actually helps me out a lot. Because then instead of me having to switch between two microphones, I'll only need to switch between one, or not even switch, pretty much just stick with one now, which is awesome. And yeah, that'd be awesome. So another thing that I also have been doing a lot lately is because I have a lot more time on my hands now because of an extremely long weekend for myself to actually start doing stuff, especially since it's the holidays. I was able to do a ton of work for my new base for 1.21. I actually have an area that looks so beautiful now that I want to use it, which is awesome. That's not the button I wanted. Nope, I wanted waypoint. Yep. I'm just going to go with number 30 or whatever, number 5. Who cares? It's fine. Anyway. But yeah, so as you could probably tell, I haven't really done anything. With this, I've mostly just been trying to work around with my base for StarCraft 1.21, and then once that comes into full swing, I'm trying to devote more time to that than on this. But technically, in a weird way, I'm also putting time in this at the same time. The weird part about it is that, like, because the base will be moved to this server anyway, so it's like in a weird sort of in the middle area kind of thing. I'm working on both this server and like I'm both working on Pixelmon Adventures and the other series, which is really weird, but yeah. Oh, there's two of them? Oh, that's awesome. I really do need to fight these. But I think definitely what I'm going to do is that while I'm editing this, well, not really while I'm editing, but you get the idea though, while this series is being done up kind of thing, I'm going to try and do some work around the spawn island. I'm going to get rid of, I think, I have an idea of what houses I want to get rid of. So I'm going to get rid of at least like a couple of the houses. I'll show you where what I'm going to technically destroy. Again, there's nothing wrong with the island. It's just that, like, I think that I have a way better idea for what I want to get done. And I think it would look a lot better than what we currently have, so that's why I want to do it. But as I said, we're going to do the EV training trainers. Because the reason why I say I want to do the EV trainers is because, like, that would be the best case scenario for anybody who joins the server, pretty much. Especially if you catch something, you want to make sure that you have everything that's there kind of thing. So if you catch, let's say, what's a Pokemon that's close by that makes a lot of sense to sort of EV train a little bit? I don't really think I see much of anything. I want to get a Barboach, though. But let's say Barboach is a good special attacker, a good fast special attacker. Well, what I want is then have max speed, max special attack, right? Like, that makes a lot of sense. I wonder if I can actually use this. in water. Nope. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to do something completely different for the first couple of times. Not what I mean. Not what I meant to say. So for the first couple of things beforehand, so let's say the first week when the EV training thing comes into play, anybody is allowed to revoke their their Pixelmon's EV stats kind of thing back down to 0 for let's say 10,000 polka dollars pretty much. Which is very cheap, but here is the reasoning for that. Pixelmon is very weird in terms of what Pokemon actually spawn in. And a lot of the Pokemon that you really need usually don't spawn within a relative area, or that they are very rare if you need something specific. So, like the Pokemon that I'm currently looking for to get the Razor Face, so that I can evolve my Gligar into Gliscor, you can already see how long it's taking me to go and get that item, and yet, like, I'm trying to actively go for Pokemon that, like, have a chance of dropping it, and that chance is not like 1%; it's 10% chance that they'll drop it. The thing that's very difficult, however, is the chance you'll find those specific Pokemon. Though, that's what the rare chance is. Like, you'll have a 1% chance of finding a Barraskewda or whatever, and then that's that, right? I got a Necrozma? When did I get this? Anyway, it's fine. But this can't be in here, because it's a ground type, and I caught it specifically for the ground type. You can move over here, though. There we go. So we can use these. So we can use Steel type for anything. I want Barboach on team, but I want to wait until I can EV train and then find a really good thing for it. But I do want to level it up at least a little bit. So that way, though, I can see... Yeah, so though I can see if I can... what is it like? I can use it as a swimmer kind of thing, just to be able to go fast into water. But it's fine. I don't think it'll matter too much. But yeah, so I've been working on my Minecraft or Sacredcraft 1.21 base. It's nearly done on the exterior. I mostly just need to work on the interior. So what I'm currently doing, and this might be a huge giant waste of time, but in my opinion, it's worth it in its own way. So here's how I usually build things in terms of just overall this. Actually, the best way to show you is actually through the outpost itself, actually, now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were probably angry when I was building it and saying, like, you're wasting more blocks. It's just how I build things. Actually, this is a much better area for it. Hold the phone. Pink Island has the better location. Oh, hello. This is a better area. I might move my... Don't worry, I'll use MC Edit, but that's a better area for it. Or just, like, somewhere over here kind of thing. Yeah, that's a better location. I can get rid of Outpost, but yeah. Although I do want to sleep, though. Anyway. So I'll show you what I mean after I'm done sleeping. Actually, I should store the gym badge so I know where it is. And then what I want to do is I want to do a monument area specifically of how many, like, not gym badges that I want, but like just to have like a wall that shows you like the progression of everything. But I think that right now it's fine. So the thing that's really really dumb, and I know it's really dumb, but in my head it fits very well, is that down here, as you can see, there's two more, and then you have the slab, of course, right? And this is pretty much like, I shouldn't need to use these blocks at all. Like, this should be hollowed. But the way that I build is different than what most people do when they're building in Minecraft. So to me, that fits a lot better for me than it does for anybody else. There we go. Like, it fits my style than anything else. But pretty much what my new idea is that I'm actually going to go through with that similar style. Because the way that it looks, in terms of like when I'm using MC Edit or just any sort of world editor at that point, pretty much, because Amulet will be used for the future, I know how to reverse its effects without actually needing to like literally go through it by hand and relight it up. But for the new area, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the areas that are not technically, how do I want to word it? The areas that are not technically open. So, like, as I said, that line that's there, I don't really need it, so I could get rid of that line. That entire line will be removed, kind of thing. So though it's hollow. So though when I'm going under here, I go, okay, so there's an entire so there's an entire layer here that's completely empty, that has like nothing in there. Okay, so now that I know that I have a layer there, it's like, okay, now I can store, let's say, barrels over here or something like that, like that kind of thing. And I think that would be a pretty cool idea. The only thing that I have an issue with it, and there's only a small issue with that idea, is that it's going to take a long time because I built the entire area with my other method. So me trying to remove it now is like, okay, now I got to be very, very careful, because the block I used to fill everything in, and this is weird though, because it all has natural terrain which use the same block. And we've been mining it for a while now. That's the placeholder block. Yeah, this is the block I've been using. So now I gotta carefully change the block slowly, and then wipe it, and then put it back in, pretty much. And I want to show it off, but I don't want to also reveal it ahead of time. So I want to wait until Minecraft 1.20, like Minecraft 1.21 comes out before I start doing any of that stuff. But pretty much, yeah, it's gonna be done definitely by, like, I was hoping next week. But that might be a tall order with what I'm currently doing right now. But I'll definitely get most of the mechanics, and by mechanics I mean like most of the extra stuff done beforehand. So like if I wanted to put like furnace flooring, that's going to be done like pretty much soon. And no, I don't want to put furnace flooring, but you get the idea though. Like that kind of stuff though will be done as soon as I get a chance to do everything. Right now, what I'm trying to get a hold of, or not really what I'm trying to get a hold of, but what I'm trying to finish off is getting all of the stuff that, like, I'm trying to get a lot of the series is either done or just taken care of. So that way, though, whenever I want to, let's say, take a week off, just so that though I could start working more on the circuit craft base kind of thing, I have the time and the energy to, not really the energy, but just the time to do it. Because I don't have to worry about, oh my god, I have to do circuit craft, right? Like, it's like I do circuit craft, and it's like, you know what, might as well do Oblivion, and you know what, might as well do Pixelmon. You know, I might as well do this game and that game. It's like, no, I just want to say, okay, I'm good for a month. Let's do it. Like let's do something else. And that's pretty much where my mind is going towards. Is that, like, I just want to finish it off and say it's done. Do I have leftovers in here? I don't have leftovers in there. Because I don't have leftovers. Interesting. That's weird. Anyway. Yeah. So that's where I'm sort of going towards, is that like I'm trying to finish off every series at the same time, but I'm also trying to make sure that they last longer, which is throwing me off at the same time. But mostly I'm trying to get the circuit crab base done and over with. I'm trying to get this base sort of all situated and ready to go. It's all set up, and I can kind of forget about this, and then the whole works kind of thing. Like, I'm trying to get a lot done. And unfortunately, I am one person that's working on all this. Sure, the Minecraft 1.21 base, I'm just going to name Minecraft 1.21 base now. Sure, a lot of the resources that I'm using have come from like Planet Minecraft and such like that, but I'm still doing it by hand to place it the way to the locations that I want them to be in. So it's not like, oh, hey, he just got it from Planet Minecraft. Who cares? He put little effort in it. It's like, no, a lot of the effort is still there. It's just not as impressive. Pretty much is how I would look at it. All right, so that's not the right button. You are going away. I'm gonna turn it off though. I'm not gonna remove it. I'm just gonna turn it off. So Pink Island's over here. That's pretty cool. I want to